This is the DeLonghi 14,000 BTU Portable Air Conditioner, Dehumidifier, and Fan, the big one, with the cool surround remote and quiet mode, designed for rooms up to 700 square feet. If you've ever walked into an older home in the middle of summer and instantly felt that heavy heat, you already know why these portable ACS are so popular. From my experience, central air doesn't always do the trick, especially in older or split-level homes, or in places where you just need a strong cooling boost in a specific room. That's why I wanted to do this quick review. Looking at the DeLonghi, what stands out to me first is the look. It's a large, solid machine, a sleek black unit with a clean digital display strip on the front and sturdy wheels underneath. There's a built-in handle to make moving it around easier, though at over 80 pounds, let me tell you, it's not exactly light. Honestly, when I first unboxed it, I was a little intimidated by the size and weight, thinking, will this actually work for my Airbnb room, or is it just going to be another heavy appliance I have to store away? But after using it a few summers in a row, I feel way more confident about setting it up for guests or even just for myself when I stay. Let's talk about the key features you get. The main reason I bought it is the power, 14,000 BTU, which cools a larger area than most portables. I've tested it in open living areas and oversized bedrooms, and it's consistently powerful. From my experience, it works great in rooms up to 700 square feet, including awkward-shaped vintage rooms where air doesn't circulate well. So if you have a big living room or you host a lot of people in one space, it's perfect for that. It's got the 3-in-1 combo. It acts as an air conditioner, fan, and also a dehumidifier. For people who haven't tried dehumidifying before, what this means is that it actually sucks some of the moisture out of the air, which makes hot, humid days feel much more bearable. And I've noticed that when there's less humidity, the whole room seems cooler, even if the temperature isn't that much lower. The cool surround remote is another thing I like. It's not just a regular remote, it actually tracks the temperature where you are in the room, so the ASHRAE adjusts itself based on that, not just on what it feels right next to the machine. The connection is Bluetooth, so you don't have to point at the unit or stay in one spot. You just keep the remote by you as you move around the room. Setting up the venting is pretty easy. There's a window kit included, basically a plastic panel you adjust to your window's size, with a little round opening where you attach the vent hose. The hose clicks on and off, and then you snap the panel into your window. If you're using this in a ground floor window, definitely make sure it's secure, especially in a rental or busy street. I usually add an extra stick or something sturdy for security, since once people see a venting hose, they sometimes assume the window is unlocked. Checking the filter is a must. I didn't know before I started hosting that most people ignore the filter. It's just a plastic mesh panel that catches dust and hair, and you'd be surprised how fast it builds up. If you want the AC to run well and not start smelling weird, you really have to clean this thing. I just pop out the screen, rinse it under the sink, let it dry, and put it right back in. Super simple, takes 2 minutes. When it comes to noise, it took me a little time to get used to it. On the regular mode, it's not louder than most fans, but not totally silent either. When you switch it to quiet or Arctic whisper mode, it brings the noise down to a level where you can have a conversation or sleep without getting annoyed. If you're really sound sensitive and hate hearing machines at all, you might still notice a mild hum, but I honestly think it's one of the quieter large portables I've tried. Another perk for me is the 24-hour programmable timer. I'll set it to turn on right before guests arrive so they walk into a cooled down room, or program it to switch off automatically in the early morning to save energy. Speaking of energy, this unit actually works more efficiently than a lot of competitors. It uses Eco-Real Feel technology, which means it senses both temperature and humidity and adjusts itself to where you feel comfortable while using less power overall. The manufacturer says this saves up to 30% on energy use, and while I never tracked the exact numbers, my electricity bill is definitely not out of control, even using this on a regular basis. There is a lighted display on the front that dims automatically, which I appreciate at night. You can check the temperature or adjust your settings easily, even in the dark. It also comes with an extra long power cable, so you don't always have to have it right up against your outlet. The unit does stand alone. You don't need to install anything in your walls, so it's great if you rent or don't want to make permanent changes. In my opinion, cleaning and moving this takes a bit of muscle, especially since it weighs over 80 pounds. The wheels help, but if you need to go upstairs or move across carpet, just plan for 2 people if you have the option. Also, there's no mobile app or Wi-Fi connecting like you get on some fancy LG or smart models. Everything is through the remote, so if you're hoping to control it from outside the house, that's not built in here. The only other thing is that in very humid climates, the dehumidifier can't keep up with the worst days. I live in an area that gets moderately humid, so it's fine for me. But if you're somewhere with crazy muggy summers, you may still want to run a separate dehumidifier alongside this, or empty the water reservoir a bit more frequently. For anyone wondering about warranty and support, DeLonghi gives you a standard 2-year warranty, and replacement parts are usually available online. But honestly, the unit has been very reliable for me. I've used it for a few years, moving it room to room, and haven't had a single mechanical failure or weird error code. I'd recommend this for anyone who has a big room that regular SC can't reach, or if you're running an Airbnb or guest house where people expect comfort. It really does hold up to daily use. Just remember to clean the filter and vent it properly. Those are the 2 key steps that make the biggest difference. In conclusion, the DeLonghi 14,000 BTU Portable Air Conditioner stands out for its strong cooling, smart and handy remote, quiet operation, and reliable performance. It's a hefty unit, sure, but the results definitely speak for themselves if you want comfort without fighting your central AC all summer. If you're looking for something for a huge open-plan space, it might not be enough on the hottest days, but for a single large bedroom, living room, or upstairs suite, it does exactly what's promised. If you want more info or have questions about using a portable air conditioner in your place, drop a comment below or let me know what you're struggling with. Don't forget to subscribe for more quick reviews and hospitality tips. Thank you for watching.